So what's the anatomy of Facebook, the web page itself? I've given this talk many times in social media workshops, and I have to be honest, it continues to get harder as Facebook continues to make its interface more and more confusing. But hopefully we can point out some of the sort of basic elements of the Facebook website and its structure. So first of all, in the center of our page is our newsfeed. This is what we want to appear at the top of as a business. So whenever people will log in, what they're really doing is they're checking their newsfeed. And this is where if you can get ranked towards the top of your followers' news feeds, then you're going to get the most views on your posts and the most people clicking and interacting with your brand. Now, the way that that is actually determined isn't just who posted the most recently, which I think is what a lot of people might assume. It uses a complex algorithm that looks at the types of content that people actually have already clicked on. And there's also the opportunity for people to promote posts. So your options are basically either to post a lot of content that people like to click on, or to spend a little bit of money to promote some posts to start getting up the top of people's news feeds. Now, the other big sort of portion of this front page is that I can post my own updates on here. Also, at the bottom of each everyone's posts, there's also the option for me to like, comment, or share the posts. Now, when I like a post or when I share the post, it gets sort of communicated to people that are following me. So if I share it, it will go onto my profile's news stream. And if I like it, it might not come up on my news stream, but it will definitely come up on the live stream. Also, the more people that like a post, the more likely that post is to actually pop up onto other people's news streams as well. So these things are all positives. Now, over on the right-hand side of the screen, you'll see this area, which is also showing something that looks like a news stream, but it's not. It's a live stream. So this is not the same as what we see here. This is actually what's happening in people that are connected to me right now. It's not based on any algorithm. So whatever happens, whatever you post, it will definitely show up on people's live streams. But as you can see, that's not the focus of the page. There's also a large section of the page devoted to web messaging. This is a really important part of the Facebook product, and web messengers are very quickly overtaking SMS. In fact, I believe they might have already done so. So rather than sending SMSs, it's becoming very popular to use online messaging systems such as Facebook or WhatsApp, which are in small apps on your phone that look very similar to SMSing. And this way you can have group messaging as well as individual messaging, and it's all connected to your Facebook account. This is really where social media is heading, and it's becoming a huge area of technology that companies are looking to invest in as well. Now, there's also some advertising on the main page. So there's, that's just flicked over. So that's recommended pages, but I'll scroll down and you can see there's some sponsored pages down here as well. And over on the left-hand side, I've got all of these different things that Facebook does. So when I said that Facebook is making things more complicated, I think this kind of shows exactly how complicated it is. So I've got my news feed here. I've got a link to my profile, which we'll go to in a second. I've got a link to go into a separate window for messaging, events, photos, a browse area, but I can also just search for people up the top here as well. And then underneath here, I've got my pages area. Now, because I'm an admin on the Wisdom Learning business page, that pops up here. So if I wanted to access the Wisdom Learning page, I'd simply click on it here and I can manage the page easily from there. We will look at the Wisdom Learning business page in a second, but before I do that, I'm just going to quickly pop over to my profile. And this is what a basic profile looks like. We've got what is known as a cover picture up the top, a profile picture, some basic information about me and where I've worked, some photos, and things that have either been posted by me or that other people have posted and tagged me in are on my wall. Over on the right hand side, you can see I have a timeline, and you can flick through this timeline and I can look back at what I was doing in 2007 or 2008, etc., etc. One of the case studies below that uses this to great effect is the New York Times example. So definitely look at how they have used their timeline to show that really fantastic history behind their business. I'll just go to the Wisdom Learning business page. Now, this isn't what the public sees when they log into the Wisdom Learning page. You can see it says admin panel up here. It also has this little warning that I'm now posting as Wisdom Learning, because I can go to other pages and post as Wisdom Learning as well. It shows me the recent posts that I've had and the total reach that those posts have had. There's also the option for me to boost posts through paid promotion, and you can see there's a fairly simple sort of interface here. So it's telling me if I wanted to spend $34, I could maybe reach another 3,000 people, etc., etc. So it's quite easy to set up an advertising budget on Facebook. The other thing is that you can very easily go into your insights here. And this is all the analytics and data that Facebook has about the reach and the penetration. Now, if anyone's looking at these statistics and thinking that our reach is not good, Facebook is not really part of a marketing strategy at Wisdom at the moment. And that's because we've looked at the platform and we've made decisions about where we want to spend our marketing budget and our marketing time for those that are involved in marketing. And this is not where we focus. However, it is still useful, and it's something that we will probably continue to use, just not as a huge focus for our business. Further down, I can actually see the Wisdom Learning page, and I'll see pretty much what everyone else sees at this point, except that because I'm logged in as an admin, I can also see who's posted what. That pretty much wraps up the basic anatomy of Facebook. Now, I do need to make it clear that there is so much more that Facebook has to offer, but if I was to show you everything, we would literally be here all day. So if you're not already using Facebook, follow some of the action points in this in this unit, and the best way to learn is to actually have a go and play around and discover it for yourself.